Cool, so this is the Note Air 4C, and I've covered it quite a lot, and I've said that if you are looking for a device for a writer's workflow, then this is a really good shout. It really is. And I describe my writer's workflow using Otter, using AI to kind of transcribe my voice and then edit it. And what's really nice for editing text is the ability to have a keyboard. And so if you're on the go, you're out and about, you're traveling, then having a nice portable keyboard is always really nice. And so I have been using this one, and I'm about to release a video where I actually cover these new keyboards as well, and they're all linked up. But this one is not that pleasurable to type in, and I typed in it for a while and I found that I was actually getting sort of, that pain in your wrists a little bit, pain in your tendons on the top of your hand. So I bought some other keyboards, and this one also has a trackpad on the side here, which works. It works just fine. But now I think, well, enjoyed the lightness of that. I think that I would prefer to have a more serious keyboard. So I've got a couple of options, and firstly, it's the Logi Pebbles, and you can see straight away the Logi Pebble mouse has arrived and it's working. I'm going to put it into a faster and ultra fast mode, because obviously moving a mouse around with it in balance mode is pretty awful, to be honest. And yeah, I'm going to go into Word, why not? The mouse is acceptable here. So this Logi is, this is a Logi Pebble mouse, and this one is, I think, £17 you can get it for right now, about that in dollars as well. And these are all linked up in the description. You can pair this with Bluetooth to 3 devices, and you can switch between them with the thing there. You saw it just came on and paired straight away. And then the Logi Pebble keys, which are a cheaper alternative, I suppose, to the MX keys. Again, Bluetooth, and Bluetooth only. That's the important thing to remember here. Just a much better typing experience than that foldable one that I was just showing off there. And actually, I've really been enjoying typing on this. I think it's really quite nice. This one is about £30. This is the Logi Pebble Keys 2. Zooming with the control and scroll wheel, as you'll be used to on a computer, works just fine. But the one thing that doesn't work is like click and drag to select words, which is quite a nuisance, I think. Something's clearly up with this input here, actually, in this moment I'm using. I don't know whether it's the tablet or that. But one thing to remember about these, although these are good deals in terms of their price, they're only AA batteries. They don't have a recharge circuit, and they're only Bluetooth. So actually, this is quite a good little value for money set, because less than 50 quid, you've got a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse to go along with your Books tablet. It's doing something weird where it's pressing the enter button on that thing there is what's happening. So I think it's pressing accidentally. It's like, can you see? This is totally weird. It's kind of hitting that enter key, so it must be also pressing in that area of the keyboard. I'm going to turn this off and on and see if I still get the same sort of behavior whilst I show you the next option. You could either buy the Note Air 4C, and then you could spend that extra bit of money, 50 quid, on a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse, or you could get the Tab Ultra C Pro and spend somewhere in the region of 80 extra quid, or if it's on its own, then it costs like 110 quid just to buy the keyboard case itself. So I'm thinking, should we go for tablets that have keyboard cases actually available for them, and then you're only in horizontal mode, you're not in this nice vertical mode? Or should you actually put that extra money into a nice small and light keyboard and mouse setup? And I think I'm leaning now, having used the foldable one and the kind of cramped keyboard cases that you can get, I think I'm leaning towards this kind of option, using a separate keyboard and mouse as well. So what are your opinions on that? Is it actually better value, providing it's working as normal, which this has clearly had a bit of a moment with me. It's on. This one is not just connected this time. Let's try turn that off and on again. Bluetooth needs to be on. Try that now. Okay, that now seems to be working just fine. So that was a bit of an odd behavior that I've not actually experienced before. And that is a nice thing about doing live streams, isn't it? Because I tell you these things and you see them warts and all here as we go. Now the mouse is working just fine. But this like less than 50 quid. Less than $50 as well, incidentally. What do you think about this? Do you think a keyboard case or a separate thing? What would you prefer? Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. The keyboard case is not needed. It's cheap and cheerful Bluetooth keyboard and you're good to go. Also save some money and not buy a mouse. Yeah, Android with a mouse isn't, I just wanted to recreate that same functionality. And with this comparison that I'm making with this keyboard case, the Boox Tab Ultra C Pro, the Tab Ultra didn't have, and the Tab Ultra C didn't have the extra trackpad, but this one does have the trackpad. And I'm still, every time I use this, I'm still like, yeah, well, this is a cool thing. I go into docs as well on there and can go into the same document. It hasn't rotated for some reason. Is it just not seated correctly? Yeah, it wasn't sitting on the pogo pins correctly. So the keyboard cases themselves aren't always reliable. I think that's something to bear in mind. You know, actually, if the Bluetooth, one thing I'd say about having a Bluetooth thing is that you have to pair it every time, but actually they paired really nicely just coming on straight away, didn't they? So, you know, normally a keyboard case, you'd have fewer connection issues because it's communicating by pogo pins. But these are doing a really good job, the ultra-fast mode of actually moving a mouse around, typing and it being recognized and showing on the screen really quickly. So my other option then is this one from one of my favorite brands, Cherry. And I've got, again, a keyboard and mouse setup, slightly more expensive this time. This one is the Cherry Gentix. This mouse here, that should just be coming on. Yeah, it's already working just fine there, look. And this one is Bluetooth only, but the advantage it has over the Pebble mouse, although battery is not rechargeable, it does have, again, it's got 3 different devices it can be sort of remembered being linked to. And it's got a scroll wheel, but this time it does have a DPI button. So actually, if it's too sensitive, you can press the DPI button and make it less sensitive, or vice versa. Both of them have scroll wheels, which work, but this also has forward and backward buttons on the side as well. So actually, the Cherry Gentix is really nice. Only about 20 quid as well, though. But this Cherry little keyboard in here, this is the 9200, actually has not just Bluetooth. You just turn it on, it's Bluetooth by default, and it should just have paired straight away. Yep. But also you have a little RF receiver that you can plug into anything at all, anything that takes a USB-A. And again, you've got your 3 options there, and you can plug it in via wire as well, by USB-C, obviously into a USB-A port as well. That also recharges as well. And yeah, there you are, you've got all of those extra things. You've just got those extra connectivity things there as well. And this isn't that much more expensive. This one was about £45 I paid for this. It was cheaper to get the US layout, so I went ahead and got the US layout, because remembering where the @ and where the sort of speech marks key is pretty much the only big difference between UK and US anyway. Isn't that much of an issue for me. And the size of the enter is the other thing that's different. So I actually really quite enjoy that. And this is a better keyboard, in my opinion. Now, everyone complains about the circular keys on the Pebble keys. I don't. I like the look of them. I like the feel of these keys just fine. But this is generally, the Cherry keyboards, it's not a mechanical keyboard, but it is generally a better keyboard there as well. So, what do you think of those things here? Just tell me, which one do you think is better valued? The keyboard case? The advantage of the keyboard case, you've got it with you all times. If you have it as your main case, you're going to have it with you at all times. That's really coming out of that keyboard case there. It's really given it really had a bad ghosting moment there, didn't it? Or do you think actually the separate keyboard, I mean, would you carry them around? That's the question. It is a far better keyboard. And it isn't even in it. It's not even close. The difference between this Cherry and this Cinder here. And this was only like 25 quid, I think. There is also a Bluetooth only version of this, which is the 7100, which is only £30. And that would put it in exactly the same price point for this pair as it would for the Logi Pebble keys. And the Logi's good, but I think that the Cherry, if you have this keyboard on a laptop, you'd be happy. Separate keyboard and mouse people prefer, optionally keyboard and USB-C receiver and adapter from A to C. Yeah, absolutely. And that Cherry would suit you no end if that was what you wanted. USB receiver, yeah, more dependable connection in my experience, absolutely. Separate keyboard is easier, sit anywhere comfortably. Yeah, and that was the thing, Skylar, is I was sitting in that foldable one, and I was sitting with my screen in a different place, and I had the foldable on my lap, and it just wasn't pleasant at all. Whereas those keyboards, either the Pebble or the Cherry Key, that one would be much more comfortable for any kind of, absolutely, and not using the keyboard case. Cherry are nice. Like the main keyboard on my desk is a Cherry, and I've tried out quite a lot of mechanical keyboards, but I've always gone back to Cherry for these things. Fine with a separate keyboard. Yeah, the keyboard case adds weight as well. So I think that's it. The problem with the keyboard case, especially the Boox one, where it's the Remarkable keyboard case, I love the way the keys hide away. But the Boox one, they're always there, and you're always pressing them. So I think you're absolutely right. It's not just a lot of weight, but it makes it less of a note-taking tablet when you've got it attached. That's the nice thing about the Note Air 4C, is that when you're not using it with this keyboard, it's a lovely note-taking tablet, then you use it with a keyboard, and it's great for typing away in the apps as well. A separate keyboard just seems silly to me. Why not just get a laptop? Well, when they release an e-ink laptop, we can test that.